Today we are crafting with wrapping paper. Hi everyone, my name is Shannon and I want to welcome you here to my channel, The Daily DIYer. Also, welcome to day 4 of this week's Christmas extravaganza, where I'm bringing you a brand new Dollar Tree Christmas project every single day. And if you see this star sitting off to the side here, this was one of the Dollar Tree projects that we did this week. Make sure to check out the playlist that I'll link up here in the iCards and down in the description box. You can go back and get caught up if you missed any of the Christmas fun. Dollar Tree actually has some really great and on-trend wrapping paper, so definitely grab some now before it's all gone. This beautiful buffalo check is what I'm going to be crafting with today, but you guys grab your favorite wrapping paper and we're going to get to crafting right now. All right, you guys, I hope you're having a fabulous day and I hope you're ready to get creative. I want to start by sharing with you a few of the items and supplies that you're going to need to create this project. And as I mentioned before, you're going to need some wrapping paper, and hopefully you already have some laying around your house, but if not, like I said, hit Dollar Tree or any department store to find the perfect wrapping paper that matches your decor. You're also going to need some foam board. This is from Dollar Tree. You're also going to need a pencil and some scissors or a razor blade. And then if you have a projector on hand, or if you know someone that you can borrow one from, that would come in handy for this project too. I have one from other projects that I've done in the past, so I'm going to use it for this project. However, don't feel like you have to use one. There's other ways that you can create this big design. You can use your Cricut machine or a vinyl cutter if you have one and piece together a bigger design. As I said earlier, you can freehand it and cut it out, or you could do this on a smaller scale. That way you don't have to create a larger image. You just print out your design on a piece of paper, cut out the silhouette, use that as a template on your wrapping paper, and then use that in a smaller scale. And I hope that that makes sense, but if not, you can always leave me questions down in the comments below, but I always like to give you different options, so don't feel like you have to purchase expensive materials to recreate these projects. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wrapping paper, I'm going to cut it down to the size of my foam board, so that way I have a gauge of how big of a design I can create. And it just happened that the foam board and the roll of wrapping paper were both 30 inches long, so all I had to do was basically cut it to the right width. Then I took both these items and used some painter's tape to attach them to the wall. Now you can use whatever design you'd like. I basically just went over to Google and typed in Christmas silhouette and found a cute reindeer design. So I imported that into my Photoshop program, scaled it down so it would fit within my projector size, and then printed that out. And now we can start working with our projector. You're going to go ahead and turn the lights out so we have a clear view of this image. I've sat my image down on a step stool, and that gives me the ability to not only move my projector back and forth to scale it down to size, but then I can also move my step stool back and forth until I get my image on that wrapping paper on the wall exactly where I want it. Then you'll go ahead and come in with your pencil and trace out those lines.
My ear, jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light. If you're looking for more fun ways of how to repurpose and craft with wrapping paper for Christmas, I just posted a video recently on fun $1 hacks. If you want to check that out, that would definitely be a fun video to watch next. I will link that down below and up in the iCards. And now that we have our image transferred over to our wrapping paper, you can go ahead and use some scissors or a razor blade to cut out your design.
All right, so now I have, he's kind of flappy right now, but my little reindeer guy all cut out. And now literally all I'm gonna do is use some regular stick glue to attach him onto the foam board.
We go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a merry.
All right, so here he is. He is a big piece of artwork. We're not quite finished yet though. We need to frame him out. You can see here I have some unfinished edges. So I thought it would be cute since Dollar Tree also carries black foam board, and since our wrapping paper, or my wrapping paper personally, has the red and black theme, that the black would make a really nice frame. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw about 1.5 or 2-inch border all the way around this and cut the middle out so that I have a nice frame to overlap this guy. I ended up using a 1.5-inch size border for mine. So I took those measurements and put that all the way around the edges of the foam board, drew those straight lines, and used a razor blade to cut the center out.
To wish us all a Merry Christmas Day, yeah.
Now go ahead and grab out some black paint and a foam paintbrush. You can see here the inside and outside edges of our frame are white, but I wanted to paint them black so they would kind of blend and look more like one piece. I also had some trouble just keeping it on the edges. Some of my paint was sort of smushing out onto the paper of the frame, so I decided to just roll with it and give my frame a little bit more of a faux rustic finish, kind of dry brushing on some black paint onto the top, and also adding some corner marks so it kind of looks like a regular picture frame. Then once the paint was dry, I'm coming in with my glue stick again and going around the entire edge of the print. And that is how I'm going to attach this frame to the top. I also used some heavy paint bottles around the edges to weigh it down until it dried. This project literally only costs $3 to make, and I definitely think you get a lot of bang for your buck for this project. If you'd like to go back and watch this week's Dollar Tree DIY playlist, I'll have that on your screen. You can click over there. I'll also have that wrapping paper hacks video up to make it easy for you to click on over and keep watching wrapping paper craft projects. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you tomorrow in an all new Dollar Tree DIY.